Yes. Yes, we were just outside of town. We were in eye shot of town, and we saw the guards talking to some people. Nice trolls. Hello?
Mm-hmm. They were from inside the mountain.
They're fucking racist.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, no, I don't think so. Not really.
Really?
Why did
We
you
got-
split up?
Oh yeah, we split up when we got to the Mages Guild because there was some ruckus going on outside, remember? And they were in our way, so what'd we do?
Or no, just yeah.
It's just really quiet.
And then what happened, Tape?
His word room.
I'm so glad that we're doing this campaign so Tate can get the desserts. He's been making us do recaps like this. No, he gets to do it too. Amazing. And he hates doing it. Well, maybe quit your job. All you can do.
Yeah, just
Clock out. What's happening? Are you gonna fire you? Because you clocked out at 10:22 on a Saturday. I don't know. Hi, Twitch. If you think Tate, aka the Snood Penguin, should quit his job and be a full-time streamer, say
put one in the chat.
put one in the chat. Say Tate, quit your job in the chat.
Become a full-time streamer.
Tate, become a full-time streamer. Quit your job. Also, get a camera.
Also, get a camera.
Also, get a camera. Say it in the chat.
Get one too.
Does this? Oh wow, the stream has the starting soon splash, but you can hear us.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Nice. Can't
Good,
see us, but they can hear us.
Good prologue.
Nice. I said take quit your job in the chat, and I misspelled quit.
Nice.
I really think you should do the recap,
So sorry.
and we should get to it. Because if we let you squirm out of doing the recap now, you're just going to keep doing it. We can't let you get away with it.
Like,
Don't we
pick it up.
usually waste like 30 minutes on recap anyways?
So you can do shit in the background anyways, Tate? Alright. I will spare Tate. Then GLJ was like, I have answers. And declares to the crowd, like, I've returned. And they're like, oh my god, you're alive. And before this, actually, we kind of missed something. There was a cart and 3 halfling people from the town of Emberbrook, where the GLJ is from, and they were there with supplies and stuff. And we talked to them and said that maybe they should not return because things are getting more and more dangerous in the wilderness every day. And so they went to the inn to chill. Then GLJ got up on his horse and was like, everybody listen. And then GLJ is like, there's this crazy curse disease. Watch out. Look at your fingers. And there's one guy who has like hypothermia, and they're all like, oh, that's him. And they're like pushing him. And I'm like, I see it. And I'm like, no, that's hypothermia. And then there's another woman, a city guard. And they push her to the front, and she actually does have it. And they start trying to push her out of the city. And then GLJ has to like go grab her. And eventually he takes her inside. And meanwhile, while he was dealing with that and doing a terrible job of informing and calming the masses, you guys went into the Mages Guild, and Asher was like, where's my brother? And what was her name? Lily?
Yeah.
Lily was like, you'll see him later. I'm still studying him. And she's like really cold about it. And Asher's like, fuck you, and just like runs out of the room and finds him, and finds his brother. Lorenzo is like, his half-orc brother is like strapped to a table, right? He was like restrained.
Fetal position, laying down, like.
Oh, okay. He's laying on the floor, just like curled up, and he looks
Run up to him.
bad. Like he's like, it looks like this woman has not helped him with his werewolf disease, and he looks like he's actually like what he looks like before he turns. Like he looks, even though there's no moon, which is alarming. And Asher's like, I'm getting my brother the fuck out. And Lily's like, fuck you can't do that. And like tries to cast a spell on him to get him to stop. But like Lorenzo, he like steals this vial, and then they get out of there. And then we don't give any scales to Lily, even though that's who sent us to get scales. But since then, my character had received, GLJ received dreams saying don't trust anyone except Adriel, except for Adriel. So we left, and we were starting to. Oh, and then that's when we cast. I cast like Cure Poison on Lorenzo outside, and liquid came out of his arms. One was the same color as one of the vials he had, and then the other was a purple, just like one vial, and then a blue came out. We kind of scooped up the blue stuff, and then which we later determined one of them turns him into is like wolfsbane, which is keeping him from turning, and then the other one is this mystery substance that seems to be turning him into a werewolf. And this is really bad. We're like, this is super sus. We've already been sus of the Mages Guild. It turns out we learned that there's like this history of shady shit going on in this section of the Mages Guild. Adriel tells us that like she hasn't been allowed to work on what she wants to work on. And then at some point, a bunch of kids run up and like up on GLJ in the middle of the daytime and distract him, and then he like entertains the kids, like tells them who he is, and then they run off, and then he realizes that those kids had stolen some scales. And we had to immediately all split up, try to track down these scales. We caught a few of the kids. They didn't have any scales on them. And then GLJ followed one of the snow tracks to the town hall, and then he cast like command on the kid to like stop moving, but then a hand reached in and Lily grabbed the kid inside, took the scale. There was a confrontation between GLJ and Lily where Lily was like, you weren't going to give me it, and he was like, you didn't even fucking ask. And then he tried to command her to give the scale back but failed. She has like a +5 or something on whiz saves. It's insane.
Wizard, so yeah.
Yeah, and then we just left, and now things are kind of shady. Oh, and then later we end up coming back to the Mages Guild again. After we track down one more scale, there's another scale. There's 2 scales. No, we immediately get one back. One of the Adriel actually fetched one, and then there's another one missing. We don't know if it's with Lily as well, or if it's at some kid's house. We later find out that Lorenzo took it, and that comes up later. And then, I skipped it at this point. I think right before this, Orn and Adriel had a chat, and this is like his big moment where he like, and she gives him a coin that proves that the Radial Citadel is real. And this is a place that is a fantasy that supposedly you can go there and you can cast amazing magics just like for free. 9th level spells all day, like whatever you want. And ultimately he thinks he wants to go there so he can like cure or bring back his mentor.
Kind of like mentor, kind of brother relationship.
Yeah, his bestest bro. And then, so that's what's really setting him in his ways of necromancy as well. And then, so that had happened. Then we got pickpocketed, and then we went back to the Mages Guild so Adriel could get all her shit. And that is when GLJ was able to investigate the room Lorenzo was in and found a note and a vial of new color. This is not of the purple or green variety of vial, and it next to a note that says to follow the troll people out of the town and poison their water supply and find their like secret path, all this crazy shit. And then he leaves the note because that would be suspicious, and he swaps out the vial for some random vial from somewhere else in the lab. He has no idea what he replaced the poison with. It may be worse, probably not. He figured best case it's not going to be water-based poison or something. And then he sent his bird out to warn the trolls and tell them that they are going to be followed and to try to like shake their tail or whatever. Don't get followed. Don't give away your secret path or your water supply. And then at some point we run into the mayor, and the mayor is like, we're having a hearing tomorrow.
Our anniversary.
He specifically asked GLJ like if he was with the Mages Guild, and GLJ was like, no, I am not with the Mages Guild. I am with Zarabor. And the mayor's like, that's good. Okay, come to the meeting. And then when we went to bed that night, Asher snuck off, and with Lorenzo, and Lorenzo revealed that he stole one of the scales from Gentang, or from me, from GLJ.
Yeah.
And Asher goes and meets the woman of his dreams, the woman he's been dreaming about lately, in the middle of the night, and they go off into the woods, and they make a diagram in the stone. They put the scale in the middle and stab it with a knife, and then Asher goes, there's this crazy sequence where he sees all his like friends die again, and then he's at this altar, and he like takes this dagger. Did you like have to cut yourself on the with this dagger or some shit?
I just had to like take the dagger off.
He just takes the dagger off the thing, and he accepts this pact with the demon. What's her name?
Demon Queen of the Blood Moon.
The Demon Queen of the Blood Moon and Asher Claw are now in cahoots. And and then he wakes up, and Lorenzo is like, what the fuck? And and then they go back and they go to bed, and then that night, GLJ has a dream where he is in a dark room, and Zaravor is talking to him and tells him to like light up, that he knows how to be a beacon and to light up, and he like does his breath weapon, and then the scene dissolves, and his dad is there, who's probably also like dreaming over in Emberbrook, so they're like both in like a dream trance, and they get to say hi to each other, and they see, and Zaravor like shows himself, his like dragon form on a mountainside, and there's this nice moment. Oh, and then I guess right before that, I signed with like a fire pen, like um my vows, and I took the some pack, and it's in my subclass. Um, and yeah, and then I think that we're leaving off like waking up, right?
In the end.
We're at the inn. We are all now level 3.
Mm-hmm.
I now have channel a divinity.
So we got rooms in the inn.
Yeah, you guys have had rooms. So, like, you all wake up. The time distortion is now starting to feel very real because you have been in this everlasting twilight now for almost a week. It's hard to tell whether you wake up in the morning or in the afternoon after such a, a long and hard rest. But when you do all wake up and you go down to the barkeep, he like walks up to the bar right away. And he hands all of you guys like 3 sealed letters. Like, see, there's one for the GLJ, there's one for
Ooh, I just got out of bed. Where are these from?
I guess we should open them up.
I inspect the letter. Is there a seal on it?
Stradbun Armstrider.
Mm.
And they're all sealed with his like initials.
What's that name again? Let me put in my notes.
Longstrider?
Isn't that the mayor?
Yeah, that is the mayor.
It's the mayor. Okay, I don't think we ever actually heard his name.
I think we heard it in the town when we first arrived. No, because he talked to you when we first got here. Remember that? You introduced yourself like 3 times.
Oh, I remember now. Let's see what these letters say. Well, we'll crack them open.
Official invitation to the hearing later. It's gonna start at 6 p.m. And it's at that's when you're supposed to get there. It's at the town hall, like the Capitol building. But you all have like a personal invite from the mayor as like important guests.
Well, I
I
guess
told you boys we're making a name for ourselves. The GLJ and the gang have had a formal invitation.
I think that's great. You can definitely spread your name around too.
I think this will be good for my brand.
But maybe we can actually get some context to maybe help figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, what you guys ever been to a town hall? I mean, we had town hall meetings at Emberbrook, but they're pretty low stakes.
Not that I could ever remember. Like,
Mm.
never went to had parties, but I never went.
What about you, Warren? Let's take you in here.
Sorry?
Okay.
Just walk past.
Oren is sleeping in.
That's fine.
I think Oren's really tired. He hasn't woken up yet.
We can catch him up. But we should get some breakfast and maybe kind of, think about what else we need for our journey.
You want meatloaf?
I'm a little sick of meatloaf. I feel like we've had it the last few days.
That's fair. Let's try something new.
I think here I remember where the menu is. Well, we still have some time to kill, though.
Maybe tell me a bit about yourself, Asher.
What do you need to know?
Where'd you say you were from again?
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. And that's very far away, isn't it?
Definitely on a different continent. I had to spend so much time getting here.
How did you get into contact with Liliana? Or
It was through my
Lilith?
mother. I don't know, but my ma, she got too many people she deals with. It's like a whole.
Hmm.
She runs a lot. It's a lot. I'm sure she could fight in anything she wanted.
Hmm.
What about you? Where do you come from?
I come from Emberbrook. A small town just on the other side of those mountains. Halfling community mostly.
See, so you're not too far from home, say.
No, but this is the first I've been out without my dads, or without at least one of them.
At least one of them.
Yeah, GLJ's out on his own for the first time. I think I'm doing okay. I think Zarevor is proud of me.
Yeah, I mean, seems like a lot of people really support you in your mission.
Yes. I'm disappointed in myself, though, if I'm being honest, in losing those scales. I can't imagine if what might happen if that one of those kids took one of those corrupt scales home.
I'm sure it'll be fine, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I roll a deception?
Roll, hear me out. Once again, you can do a private roll, or only I know what the check that you're making was, and then if GLJ wants to, he can make an insight check on you. We're using real people dice.
I mean, you're right here.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's my modifier?
Your deception modifier, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
What do you say after GLJ says, how do you know? Or like, oh, really, or whatever. I don't know.
What do you say afterwards?
Yeah, based it on what you just rolled.
I'll say
Are you sure? I'm so worried.
My cheeks are hot.
Sam's nervous.
I know. Trying to think.
What kind of roll was this?
I mean,
Come on, babe, you got this.
You got this.
I don't know. Maybe you don't have to worry. You know, the hasn't seemed to be too many people afflicted. You know, and who knows? There could be scales in other parts of this town we don't even know.
Hmm.
You want to roll an insight check on that?
If I say no, do I get to use my passive insight?
Ooh.
Yeah.
My passive insight would be 11.
No.
No, he's like the most genuine, upstanding. That's felt like a really comforting answer.
Okay. Perhaps you're right. After all, we've been traveling with those scales and we haven't been injured or afflicted yet.
Right. I think, but retrieving them and trying to research more is definitely beneficial to our cause.
Maybe we should go meet with the mayor early. See if we can get a head start on some of this information. Maybe learn what's happening tonight. Maybe we'll seem a little more confident in our actions if we talk to him.
I mean, we could try.
Orn's still not awake.
I know he's not awake.
We can leave a note for Orn telling him where we're going. We'll go on without him. He's probably really tired after yesterday. It's a long day.
He'll actually kind of overhear this. He'll come over and he's gonna just say "Oh, you guys need me to leave a note for him?"
Yes,
Yeah,
please. Or you can just take a message. When you see him when he wakes up, you can just tell him that we went to go see the mayor.
I do not want to be in the same room with that guy. I gotta be honest.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I think you should give him another chance. I don't think he's trying to make you feel weird or unwelcome, or he's just kind of a weird guy, you know? He's different.
Those mage types.
Yeah, he's,
Something.
something's going on up there, but it has its benefits.
Do you have
And
a persuasion check for me?
a persuasion, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. A 19.
To himself, he's like, "You guys did save the town. Made it back at the very least. The least I could do is give him another chance."
I think he'll appreciate it.
And he'll give you guys breakfast on the house, whatever you guys want to get.
I'll take whatever is quick and easy, maybe something you might have already prepared, or whatever you think is yummy.
Make you guys scrambled eggs and potatoes.
Hell yeah. I love scrambled eggs and potatoes. GLJ will scarf down his breakfast oh so gratefully.
I didn't even use utensils. I just used my claws. And just
I love it. All right. And you guys are heading over to the mayor's?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So
Mhm.
Well, there you
The
go.
audio's been going though.
It's changed. I can just put a picture down or something. But I've been listening, sorry.
I'm good. Well, you're sleeping in.
Yeah.
We've just finished eating breakfast, and we've headed off to the mayor's house. If you would like to wake up now, you can, or I guess if you want to sleep in more, you can wait. Your call.
Oh, I mean, it's up to Sam. I can come in when convenient.
two things. You can tag along, but Orn lost his voice because he's catching a cold from being in this cold weather. Or two,
Oh.
he could be sleeping in and kind of trying to nurse his cold before going to the hearing. Or you can propose.
Have I not been sleeping in the inn?
Yeah, you are sleeping in the inn.
Oh.
You got a cold though.
The affliction. It's
Shucks.
more like
Nice.
you're used to your cushy life in the mage tower, and this cold just getting to you.
I'll still wake up.
Okay. And you go downstairs. They're finishing up their breakfast, and the barkeep hands you a sealed letter, and it's your invitation to the hearing.
What is this?
Oh, there you are. We got an invitation to a party.
Look who's awake, sleepyhead.
My head is killing me.
Oh, I'm not feeling too good.
No.
Well, maybe some scrambled eggs will help you.
Potatoes, too.
Yeah, okay.
Your voice sounds horrible.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm a bit stuffy, honestly. Can you hear
maybe
me?
some tea or something.
Mhm.
The barkeep
Are you sure you
will
don't want to sleep in?
have scrambled eggs and potatoes, and he will have made Orin a cup of tea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What a wonderful barkeep.
Did you guys pay for
You're welcome.
the food already?
I toss him a gold.
Oh, and he snatches that shit up.
Can I look at the letter?
Yeah.
On the outside, who sent it?
An envelope with the mayor's seal on it, like a wax seal.
What is this? Did you guys get this too?
Yeah, we got ours like first thing in the morning.
I didn't sleep.
It
in
was
that
pretty
one,
much the
did
same
I?
letter.
To open it up, and it's just like a formal invitation to like this hearing at 6 p.m. Just like be ready.
Okay. Well, did you guys
So-
already make a plan? I'll just go with whatever you guys want to do today.
Yeah, we're about to head out actually.
We're
Okay.
planning on trying
But
to
maybe
talk to
you
the
should
mayor.
stay back and rest and rest a little more. I mean, the meeting's not till later, and you sound terrible, and you look super tired.
No, I think I should just get to work. I don't think sleeping in will help me much.
I think we can also try to maybe shop around town if we need. We need to get things for this party.
Do we have to bring food or something? Is it like a mukbang or something?
I don't think so.
Now,
Let's go talk to the mayor. We'll see, and then we'll decide what we want to do.
I'm not super formal, you know.
Yeah, maybe we could get something nicer to wear. Let's go talk to the mayor, and then we'll go clothing shopping.
Yeah, let's definitely try to talk to the mayor for sure.
Oh yes, shopping will make me feel better for sure.
Maybe
So
we
we
can get you
will-
some medicine.
We will head out towards where we expect to find the mayor, I guess.
Go. You can either go straight to his manor, or you can go to the town hall.
What time is it?
How
Oh, yeah, it's
personal
Friday.
do we want to be?
Like always, nobody has checked the time.
Can I get my watch out?
Yeah.
What time is it?
You guys like slept in, so it's like 11.
Maybe we'll check
I
the town
did
hall.
Sleep in. I'm
Yeah, the
sorry,
town hall.
guys. You didn't wait for me, did you?
No, we were about to leave without you.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, we still would have had to pretty much walk. I mean, GLJ's has got his horse, but I don't think it's too far.
Yeah, I assume I'm like on my horse, but like you're not, and we're just kind of. He's just walking along at your guys'
Like
pace.
outside the inn.
Hmm?
Town does have a stables if you wanted to keep Everest there.
Oh yeah, I guess we'll hit up the stables first, then head to town hall. That way we can say, "My pony, be with me."
As happy as always to see you. He makes all the happy horse sounds. He prances out. And oh god, I don't even remember their names. I had them written down. The two stable hands that you guys are friends with.
I
What are
don't
their
remember.
names?
It was like Derek and Ron or something, right?
I think like yeah, something wild.
Hi, Derek. Hi, Ron. Good morning.
Get your horse set up for you, and like they instantly run, grab all your saddle gear, and get Everest like hooked up for you real quick.
Hey, do you guys have any like ponies?
Fuck ton of ponies there right now. And they'll tell you that technically those ponies belong to the halflings.
You have two horses.
Yeah, you guys do have 2 horses as well from your carriage.
I thought we left them.
You did not. You used all of them to get back.
Oh yeah. Do we
If you
park
want,
the carriage?
Yeah, you did.
you
Alright.
could.
Let me go
I
take
mean-
one of the horses from the carriage. I'll go release one.
And then, the stable hands also just they get all 3 horses set up for you, Orn, and GLJ.
Nice.
Nice. Can I get in the carriage?
No, we're not taking the carriage.
Uh,
Yeah, it's too big to lug around town.
That was the saddest. Oh,
Oh,
so funny.
he's all sick. Oh, now he's got to ride a horse.
the riding the
Let's go
horse
get you some medicine for your
sways
cold.
me back and forth.
There's got to be some kind of general store.
It's definitely a general store. You guys went to the general store. Get the hay or the feed.
Mm.
Their names either.
Where's the list for the towns? Like stuff.
It's in the drive. Under.
We'll go there after we talk to the mayor. Let's go to the town hall first.
Yeah, I mean we're pretty much set.
Yeah. So you guys hit town hall, and it definitely seems like a lot of people are preparing it.
Hmm.
So a lot of people are preparing it. So there's kind of a bunch of servants running around, kind of cleaning it up. And when you guys walk in, you can tell it's a great hall that you walk into. If you're on Roll20, it's that first floor, that big chamber.
All right.
You do see Stradvin, and he's at that podium on that stone base. He's kind of directing people around. He has more of those sealed letters at his hands. And he notices you guys and kind of just gestures for you to come over.
We come over. I got your letter.
Good. We do, as a town, need the 3 of you there, as you are the only ones to have come back from such a long journey. So do be prepared to answer questions.
Yeah, about that. I was hoping that we could talk to you privately about some of the things we saw. I think there's some stuff that maybe you should hear before everyone else has to hear it.
Gesture for you guys to come and follow him, and he leads you guys up the stairs and into his office.
This one?
This is
Yeah,
fancy.
exactly.
Right. Nice office you have here.
Thank you. And he'll have a seat, and he kind of gestures to the chair in front. And he kind of looks at you guys expectantly, waiting for the questions to come. Or your information that you have to give. Bless you.
I think you've heard of the runes.
That was Orn. That wasn't me.
That wasn't me. And he's like, of course, everyone's heard about the runes.
It seems that whatever this is seems to be coming from the runes. There's strange beasts, and I'm sure you've already heard whisperings of this cursed disease that creeps on the fingers.
You mean the illness you caused to panic over?
I apologize for that. I thought that being honest would calm the people, but I realize I'm not as good at this whole leadership thing as I thought I was, and I should have come to you first. I'm sorry about that.
Sometimes the truth hurts,
Well, unfortunately, we cannot leak the news to the public now in a reasonable manner. I cannot fucking speak. I'm stoned.
Very nice.
I didn't know
We
you
did it,
smoked
boys.
weed, Mayor.
you have some of that sauce.
You know, they smoke a lot of weed back in Emberbrook.
Is that why they call it Ember?
Probably.
Everyone needs something to help get us through these trying times. This is canon now, but okay. We can't leak the information to the public in our own time. Public knows, so now we have to do damage control.
Knowledge is power.
What can I do before this hearing to perhaps help with that?
Guess we'll figure it out. We now publicly need to have at least one group of people working on it.
Good.
Look at those feet! Oh, look at the nose.
Oh,
Whoa.
whoa. Oh,
Oh. Good.
sorry. What did you say, man?
I have to retrace my thoughts. Give me a second. We need to find a way to do damage control, which is part of the subject of the hearing. We need to have at least one group of people actively working on curing the affliction. I am so distracted. He's just so cute. Mayor will go ahead and ask then.
Oops.
Seeing as you three witnessed the affliction up close firsthand and spilled the beans to the public, what are we dealing with here? I need any information I can to tell the other leaders.
Well, Orin has some theories, and
Yes, is this where I come in?
Orin, I just want to preface this, Mayor, with Orin seems to he seems to think of a lot of things that sound crazy, but I think he might be onto something.
He's very studious.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, anyway, I'll begin this with saying, have you met the trolls yet?
Know of them?
And have you listened to what they have to say?
They're a whole other issue on their own. I don't even feel like we should be entertaining them.
Okay, so listen, I think we should, and it is because of what we saw on our adventures, right? So, we brought back the scales of Gentang, and how we got them was I spoke to Gentang, and he said that the rune was holding him here, and so that's why that brings a little bit of validity to what the trolls are saying with where they are living. They're so close to the rune, they have a eyewitness account of what's happening to it. So, with that in perspective, what they've both told me is that the rune is what's causing this, and that the trolls also said that abominations, let's just call them, are coming out of the rune. So, I think we should help the trolls, because if not, I don't think we'll have a forward position to help with the rune. But that's what I think.
The DM
And
is looking
he'll
at
like
notes.
chime in again. He's like, I'll have one of my advisors go out and talk to them, get all the information, and bring that forward to the hearing tonight. I don't think we should easily trust the trolls, though. I also
Well,
need
in
to know
times
what
of a higher foe, we should cast aside differences.
I think the trolls need help, and I don't think they'd trek all the way down here to this town to like really seek help if they weren't really needing it.
They prided themselves on their independence, right?
They did. And I think they really are, like, you know,
So I think
reaching
we should
out
think
for
of
something.
this exactly, Asher. Exactly. It's bigger than we all think right now.
They've crossed, this dangerous wasteland. Like, they could have died like everyone else that you've sent.
We also don't know if this town will be safe for much longer.
I know.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Ooh,
Persuasion.
Natty 20.
natty 20. What are you trying to do, Chris?
Persuade them to
Persuade the mayor before the hearing even starts.
to
Good
help
on you.
Nice.
the trolls.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he'll nod. He really thinks about it. He's like, all right, and like he instantly like he rings like a bell like at his desk, and it's like a lady walks in and she's like, yes, Longstrider. And he's like, I need you to go outside the town. I need you to talk to the trolls. I need you to listen to everything they say, take notes, and come report right back to me. And she goes, yes, sir. And she takes off outside.
I think it'll really help you, with standing in the town too for doing this.
We'll see.
I think there's something else you need to know about Mayor. Why? Sorry, you go.
I was just gonna say he turns to you to listen.
I was in the Mages Guild yesterday, and I was looking in the room which Lily had been recently treating Asher's half-orc, or not half, yeah, Asher's half-orc werewolf brother, Lorenzo. And I found a note
Is he in still?
and a vial.
You sleeping?
And it was someone instructing, it didn't have any names, but it was instructions along with a vial to find the trolls. Now I'm getting distracted by a cat. How dare you? To find the trolls' hidden passageway as well as their water source, and then put the vial into the troll's water source. And I have the vial, and I pull out the vial, and I say, I took it. I didn't take the note, and I swapped the vials with something else. I didn't know what it was, but I just knew that I had to stop it from happening.
So what you're saying is there's a Lycan in my city. I need him out of the city by tomorrow morning.
I don't think that's the part of the story you should be focusing on, Mayor.
What it says to me is that the mages are lying to me about what they're doing. They have ulterior motives here. I was wary about them setting up the Pale Scroll Order 50 years ago when I was a child, and I just feel like every day they prove me right.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong about that, but I don't think his brother is the issue.
Yeah, he's
civilians.
I think he's under control here. In the
notice how there is no moon. Without the moon, he cannot transform. So him being here is actually good for his health and the safety of those anywhere.
What if the moon were to reappear tonight? Could you tell me my citizens would be safe?
I swear on my life, I would protect my brother.
This man is his brother. He's been dealing with it for a while. He knows how to prevent accidents.
I'll need to discuss this more.
And if the moon comes back tonight, then I think what's been going on isn't as serious as it looks, but I'm afraid it is as serious as it looks, and the moon will not be back.
To be monitored. Whether one of you is paired up with him at all times or I need to send over a personal guard.
I assure you I can keep eyes on him.
Well, where is he right now?
At the inn.
I got it.
He rings a different bell that sounds a lot different, and like a guy comes in who seems to be wearing like the town like armor or whatever. And he's like, "You need to go get the half orc from the inn right now."
Hold on.
Yes, Mary.
Can this man perhaps just stay at the inn, be posted at the inn? And because this Mayor, I promise that everything is safe, and to be honest, this poor boy has gone through enough in your town already. The Mages Guild had him. We're doing experiments on him, and from the vials we found, it appears, and I'll like pull out the other vials, I guess, or whoever has them can pull them out. We'll say that these vials are being used to turn him to. She was trying to get him to turn, despite this situation, trying to make a werewolf that could turn without the moon. And I think something is terribly wrong here.
And he has a journal out, and he's like writing all of this down, and he's like nodding along and everything. And then he points right at you, Orn, and he's like, "I know you're associated with them. So tell me this."
So let me just interrupt, Mayor. The Pale Scroll Order actually does have a shady reputation with the rest of the mages. So there are some mages in the Mages Guild that we can trust, but I'm pretty sure Joffrey and Lily are just pretty shady. I don't think they should be trusted.
He like takes notes and he nods along. And he's really thinking about it for a minute. And he's like, "I don't trust the mages to begin with."
I commend you for that. I wouldn't trust me either. But you kinda have to, don't you?
I don't have to trust anyone. I'm taking what you say into consideration, but I know you have affiliates there, and I don't know your loyalty. I don't own your loyalty either.
Honestly, Mayor, I just want to help the people. I think that I don't agree with you when you say that it caused chaos with them knowing about the illness. I think it's easier for them to combat the illness if they know what they're fighting against. And we don't have to agree on everything, but I can attest to the information that my compatriots are giving you.
Anyways, back to the questions I was initially asking. What was your personal experience with the affliction? I need to know how it works, how it spreads. You are the only ones who've seen it up close and not been affected by it. How does it spread?
So it seems like the infection, once it gets to high amounts, like high infection rate, that it will shed off of the infected person, and through these ashes or particles, others will get infected.
Do we actually know that, Tate?
That's Orn's theory.
Orn's theory?
Yeah.
We've never seen anyone actually get infected. All those that we have found that were infected were already infected when we found them.
This is correct, yes.
Right. Then what were the abominations like? What do they look like? What are they? Do you know what they are?
Well, I believe them to be mind flayers, but I have not seen them in the flesh. The only thing I've seen is failed mind flayer experiments when we were trying to save druids.
Right? That's concerning.
Yeah.
Was it those experiments causing the affliction? Do you know? How
I think so.
is travel? We've not had
I
any.
think they are a side effect, not a causation, if that makes sense.
This inflection seems to control the minds of those who get it eventually, turning them into monsters. We found men who fought us that appeared to be corpses walking.
Yes, I believe the technical term is zombie. The undead.
So is it safe to assume the roads are not safe?
No, nobody should be leaving, I think.
Now I'm sure you have questions for me. I've asked my important questions.
How long ago did things start? Just tell me what are your biggest issues right now that have arisen because of this?
So you already know that it started like a month ago. So like, well, technically now like a month and like a couple weeks because you've also been there for like a minute. And he'll tell you as such. And he tells you that like one day the sun started to set and it just never fully set and the moon never came out and it's just been stuck like that since.
Ooh, I have a good question, Gilge. Do you mind if I ask?
Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, where have you been keeping the afflicted?
Oh, yesterday we just found out about the affliction, and both of the afflicted parties were taken to the Mages Guild.
Oh yeah, it was the guard woman, right?
Yeah, there's a guard woman and Ariana.
And we we gave Ariana to the Druids Guild. Oh yeah, so yeah, that still might be an issue. Anyways, sorry, we already knew that.
Have there been any other incidents in town? May there be other guards that have been infected. Have you told word to your men to look at their hands?
We've not had time to do damage control. That's partly what the hearing's about now.
And what if there is no time for us to wait for the hearing? What if we have to do damage control now?
True.
We do not move fast enough to spread that information, especially when rumors have already started. We need to find and make a public statement that everyone who's coming to this hearing can agree on. We're not ready to make an official statement. Do you have any more questions for me?
What can I talk to my compatriots real quick?
He stands up and he leaves the room.
What are you thinking on?
Boys, I feel like it would be strange for me to ask, but can you ask about what he thinks about the Mages Guild and like things that they've done in the past, perhaps, to make them shady?
You're trying to get some dirt?
Yeah. Mostly on Joffrey, because we have a lot of dirt on Lily already, with your brother and the vials.
Okay.
But I don't think it's my place to ask.
Hey, Maya!
He's gonna call out.
Yeah.
And he'll like lightly knock. You guys are ready.
I'll literally just open the door.
Well, okay, he'll walk in. And he'll sit back down and look like expectantly.
There been any other incidents recently with the Mages Guild? Has Lily been giving you any more trouble?
You're gonna roll a persuasion check for me?
Can someone on my sheet click it for me? I'm currently in my kitchen.
I don't have access.
Oh, that's me. DLJ. Let me scroll down. You got an unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20? Oh, yeah.
He'll take a second, kind of like breathe in and like think about it, and he's like, well, I don't want to point fingers, but Joffrey, Lily, a few of their little mages have been seen sneaking out every so often. And I think they're responsible for whatever's going on in this glowing mountain. But beforehand, they kind of kept to themselves. They never really interacted with the town. There are some strange sounds coming in. The first time I'm hearing of lycanthropy in my city, which is concerning.
Do you know if she's been, and you haven't heard of her doing experiments or anything with lycanthropes?
No.
Hmm.
I
Not
know
recently.
that about 5 to 10 years ago, there was some lycanthropy talk, and
Have there been any other incidents with your guards around town recently, especially on anyone watching the entrances?
no normal activity.
Hmm.
Maybe those little halflings are kind of an anomaly, but we've done trading with Emberbrook before, so nothing out of the ordinary. And if that's all you boys want to talk about, I'm a very busy man.
Yes, we shall see you this evening. Is there anyone I should go talk to on your behalf? Do you have any questions for anyone that I could get answered for you in time for the meeting?
No, I've already got my employees working on it.
All right. Thank you for giving us your time, Mayor. It's a pleasure.
A huge help.
And he'll shake each of your hands. Thank you. He'll shake each of your hands before you guys leave.
I have a cold. It's okay if we don't shake hands.
Give you a wave.
All right. Well, we got some time to kill before the banquet or party, whatever.
Yeah, we should go to the general store.
We should meet up with the other people who are going to be at the meeting.
We should at least swing by and get Lorenzo,
Yeah,
and then maybe go get you some medicine.
I really don't think I need medicine. I just think it's just a thing, you know. It's just a common cold.
Fair.
But we should stop by the druids and the mages that we trust at the inn.
Oh yeah. I guess we should let them know about the Mages Guild being compromised, huh?
Well,
I could send word.
Oh,
I actually let them know. They know. They already know.
You're sure? I could send everyone.
Yeah, I stopped up by at night and told them not to trust the mages.
Are you talking?
Huh?
Did you really? When did you do this?
Last
For real?
night. Yeah.
She whispered, sent him a note.
I flew out of my window at bedtime.
Oh, I thought we were talking about your the mages, like where you come from.
Where I come from?
Like maybe we could get a message to the guy that's cleaning up your mess.
Oh. No, thank you.
But maybe if we could get the Mages Guild higher ups involved, we might be able to discredit Lily faster.
Well, I could send a message to my master, but I don't know if I want to open that can of worms right now.
I understand.
Yeah, we should maybe plan that a little more tactically.
Yeah, I didn't really leave the Mages Guild very gracefully, if you know what I'm saying.
Really. Maybe I could send word to them anonymously. To still cause some stirrings in Lily's higher ups about her.
I mean, you can try. It might just be filtered into the fan mail.
Maybe.
It's off too. You guys trying to go to the mages, like the mages you trust first, or the druids?
Oh, we're going to the general store first.
We can talk to Adriel when we stop to pick up Lorenzo.
Yeah, we should get Lorenzo, and then we'll talk to Adriel.
Oh yeah.
Let's head back.
So you guys head back to the inn. Adriel is now up, and she was also eating like a breakfast sorts. And halfling Emily, she's just kind of like talking her ear off.
Excuse me, Adriel. Did you get the letter for the meeting?
And she does, and she like lifts it up, and it's already open. And she's like, I did.
So maybe we should all sit together. Like,
It was lovely meeting you, Emily. I do need to have a talk with my companions here, so have a good rest of your breakfast. And she like hurries away, trying to get away from that conversation with Emily.
Nice.
I feel like if we all sat together, like we all, when we all sit together, we seem like a bigger group, so we have a bigger voice, you know?
She'll sit down and she'll kind of like look at you expectantly, like wanting to talk.
No, not really. Yeah, can you send a letter to Keodor? We did talk to the mayor, too.
What did he have to say?
He doesn't like the mages. He also doesn't like the trolls. But I think we actually might have, made him be open-minded about that, so that's good. I also told him about how I think that it is mind flayer stuff.
I'm glad he knows. I don't know if Pale Scroll Order would have been as forthcoming as that, so hopefully you redeemed the Mage's Guild in his eyes at least a little bit.
Probably not. But he did say he did not like the Pale Scroll Order even like since the beginning of it. 50 years ago?
Long time ago.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has a long-standing negative relationship with Joffrey, as Joffrey was the one who did open up that branch.
Yeah.
Sounded like it.
Yeah, it sounded like they have beef.
Find out what it is.
And then they apparently sneak out that night, but I think we already knew that, right?
I think so.
But what that means is they've been spotted, so maybe we can get more information on where they're going at night.
Oh shit! Yeah, that would have been a good question.
Yeah.
Maybe we should ask around. Maybe there's some people who might be around at night that would see it.
Maybe it's some of the guard.
Can't dig too deep with each person. It's
Now
too
would be a very
suspicious.
good time for us to collect some information so we can go into this hearing prepared. I need the three of you to get your stories straight, if you will, about everything that happened outside the city walls. Because a lot of people are going to be looking to you for answers.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not good, but
Is there any information we should withhold? Should we maybe keep quiet about Lily?
the mind flares.
Well, that was inside the walls.
Thinking maybe we can. I think we need to be truthful about the affliction. I mean, if people start getting sick, like, everyone needs to know.
I agree.
We should be truthful about the aberrations outside of town, because if anyone leaves, they need to know that they're in danger. I don't
Knowledge is
necessarily
power.
know
Yes.
if we should talk about the scales or any other progress.
Mm-hmm.
Won't they have questions about Jintang?
Of course, they'll have questions about Jintang. I will leave that at your discretion, Orin, on whether or not you want to tell people how dire the situation is.
They seem connected to like each other, especially if afflicted. You know.
Yes.
Well, honestly, personally, I think the general public should know everything.
I think honesty is important,
It's
boys.
with the general public, it's with the politicians, and politicians, they'll do what they can to be in the best positions. So I am grateful to you, GLJ, for telling the public that there is an affliction to begin with, so at least we can keep our eye out on it.
I agree.
And hopefully, like, this affliction, since it's hitting home already, we can maybe band behind it and end up helping the trolls so that we have a better position on the rune.
What do you think? Sorry, you go.
Talking to people, getting information, and changing people's minds tonight is going to be a big deal. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about what they want you three to do next. Seeing as you are the ones who made it out and back, you have a higher chance of coming back again. Maybe we need to figure out what it is that we're wanting to do before we go in.
I think these runes are very important. I think that's what's affecting Jintang. And that's my personal goal, is to
Help Jintang.
help Jintang. But I owe the people here what I can do for them. Is there anything that the trolls have that perhaps this allyship will help the town? I mean, we need to tell them something that they will benefit from this.
One, resources are always a thing, and if they live inside the mountain, they've probably got access to a lot of precious metals and gems. The trolls live in a tribal society, so I'm certain they have information for magic based on that note that Lily left for one of her associates. I think that's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Perhaps, I think an allyship would be beneficial for both. So, are we wanting to help the trolls by going into the mountains and investigating the rune on their side? Or investigate it here top-wise?
I think it would be better to do it with the trolls, because they have a closer look, ultimately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And she'll kind of pull out like some papers from her bag. And she's like, all right, let's go over with what the hearing will be voting on so we can all be in alignment. I know that they're going to want to talk about the missing celestial bodies and how to proceed. As of right now, we have the mages and druids working on it, which is myself included. The Church of Palor has willing to step in and take on one of the magical study subjects for us. So we can either have them helping with the sky or helping cure the afflicted. Okay, DM note. So the way this is going to work is for a couple subjects, it's going to be assigning groups there. And so all these politicians are going to vote who they want where. So for example, they could be like, fuck the mages, they're not doing shit about studying the sky. We're going to send them to study the afflicted.
Okay.
So the three groups you can kind of assign out is the druids, the church, and the mages. So you could just be like, fuck studying the afflicted. I want all three groups working on the sky. Or you could be like, fuck the sky, we should have all three groups working on the afflicted. So every politician has a different opinion on where they want these specific groups working.
Who else is going to be voting?
So, and Adriel was talking again. She's like, I know that the 4 figureheads for this town are going to be voting. Probably the captain guard. Joffrey has a vote. The head of the Circle of Stars, Druid Nelizos, he's on his way. He's going to have a vote on behalf of the Druids. The Reverend Mother of the Church is going to vote. And there are 2 other mayors coming to town who will also have a vote.
Of where?
So the town to the south, Whitwallow, the mayor is traveling in, and he should be today. Hopefully he made it safely. And then there is a tribe of Tabaxis to the northeast.
Oh, I love those little guys.
And she'll laugh a little bit. And she says, so there's a tribe of Tabaxis that are not necessarily as affected, but are coming in as they are coming to offer support.
It's good to hear.
So that's about 10 people who have pretty big opinions.
Nobody from Astaroth or the mage's town that was nearby?
Unfortunately, Joffrey represents the mages right now.
Awesome.
Let's not worry about Joffrey. So I think you're right. We should decide what we want to vote. For the Druids Guild, what do you think we should say the Druids Guild should be assigned to?
Personal opinion is they are Circle of Stars druids. They are excellent healers. They also have a lot of knowledge about the magic with the sky. They'll be great in either place.
What about the? I guess it's between them and the clerics, huh?
For at least healing, I personally would like to keep the Mages Guild on studying the sky because that's where I can do my best work.
Okay. So the Mages Guild, we want voting for the sky. We want maybe the Druids should be working on healing. Then
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think that would-
the Church of Palor should be the healers,
hmm,
in my opinion.
you're right. Maybe the Druids should come with us to investigate the rune.
Oh yes, that is a good idea, actually.
You guys haven't been through it yet, so that's something to consider.
True.
That is a good idea, actually, because I trust the druids more than anybody here. Don't take it personally, Athuria.
What other groups are being assigned, or is
So
it just
Druids, clerics, and the mages.
Druids, Clerics, Mages, and us?
Yeah, you guys have a choice on where you're gonna go, and just be aware the town is likely going to try to send you out to do something.
I think we should offer to investigate these runes. I think the runes are a source of everything, seeing as they've been acting up lately.
Something big.
We should investigate the rune that's afflicting that's closer to the trolls, and perhaps the trolls and the druids will be able to help us. But let's just start with getting the druids.
Where are you, like, who do you want studying the affliction? Do you want it to be the clerics or the druids?
I think the clerics.
Well,
I think
honestly, I think we definitely don't want the mages with the affliction. Honestly, I think we should just leave the mages to not do anything.
Alright.
I don't think that we'll be able to manage that, though. They will be assigned somewhere.
So where would they cause the least amount of hurt?
I think we've been working on the sky problem for long enough, just keeping us where we are. As well,
Yes.
I was brought in, and you were to study the sky and what's going on and try to fix that. I would like to be able to work under the confines of the law, where I'm needed most.
Yes, that would be ideal.
So mages on sky.
Mages on the sky, clerics on the sick, the infection, druids, perhaps on the sky as well, to keep an eye on the mages. Don't leave the mages alone.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, maybe we'll convince the druids to give us their best to help us investigate the rune.
And maybe you can come with us, Adria. Or you
Like-
want to study the sky, so if you want to stay, then, you know.
I think we need eyes and ears wherever we can get them. I have a feeling that you three are going to be assigned out together. So I could either
That's
trust
fine.
the druids to study the sky in my place and accompany you. I could stay here and be your guy on the inside, if you will.
I think you should stay here.
Yeah. I think that's
Someone has to know what's going on here.
So I need to go find Lorenzo.
Oh yeah. Lorenzo comes down around this point, and this guard is like following him. He's like, "Oh my god, can you leave me alone?"
I'll go to the guard. Hey, that's my bro. Like, I got him. I'm watching it. I promise.
You promise?
I, pull out my pinky.
And you pinky swear at the guard, and the guard leaves.
Hell yeah.
And he goes,
Lorenzo.
"Believe it. This fucking town. I hate it here. I hate it here."
Yeah, they're getting pretty scared.
This is the worst. And he goes and he kind of slams himself after guys' table and he crosses his arms.
How'd you sleep, Lorenzo?
Horrible.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Were you up late?
I went for a nighttime stroll.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's always night.
Did you happen to see anybody?
No, it was.
Were you seen?
Well, yeah, by the guards.
The guards
Well-
saw you last night.
Well, no. What I mean is, did you maybe see or notice anyone suspicious, maybe sneaking out of the Mages Guild at night?
Maybe a perception check, or actually an insight check.
I would like to as well. Just because I'm worried that he may have gotten in trouble and lying about it.
This is great.
Fuck.
No, it was just a normal night. I swear.
Damn it.
And you guys think that it was just a normal night. He's a weird, awkward teenager. Kind of like growing into that angsty 16-year-old. So it's just like,
Yeah, he's got himself.
So there's a big meeting coming up, Lorenzo, and I think it might be best that, and I hate to say this, but it might be best for you not to attend, because word of, as I'm sure you can understand, word of lycanthropy can cause panic.
and I don't want to go to some boring party anyways. Mom made us do that so much.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call it a party. It's going to be a lot of adults talking and yelling at each other,
Debating.
debating.
Lame.
Political.
However, I'm sorry that there's going to be a guard that is going to be hovering over you, just in
That
case.
same fucker from earlier.
It might be.
It might be. They're afraid if the moon comes back that you could transform,
Yeah.
but
They're like, it could happen in any minute.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Fingers towards the roof, like, with what moon?
That's what we said.
Fucking lame.
They're scared.
They're bitches. Bitches, I tell you.
Bitches
But,
who will possibly all die from this.
Whoa! I don't think so. Not if I have anything to say about it.
Well, we have to think about this subjectively. If we don't get everyone to work together, we're all fucked.
True.
Adriel will
mean,
speak.
maybe.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Adriel will speak again. She's like, there's one more issue I know is up for debate. It's on whether or not this whole region should just be evacuated.
Hmm.
We should just evacuate certain towns. It's really
Well,
hard
that
to
is
say.
an
We
idea.
don't know what's going on in Shiverhold, and we don't know what's going on in Whitwallow, so we're waiting for them to arrive. This will be, hopefully, the second time where there's been successful travel across this region.
True. Maybe we can get some answers on the other town too. You know.
I think if we think objectively about our problem, escaping or evacuation may become necessary if we aren't able to alleviate the situation soon. And if that's true, if we can anticipate that it might get so bad that we'd want to evacuate, the sooner we should have made that decision.
So, would our stance be have an evacuation plan ready, but request aid from neighboring regions now?
Maybe, but maybe they should just evacuate now while it's the safest it could be. Because if we wait, every day we wait to tell them to evacuate, less will make it over that mountain.
Well, I don't know. Evacuation does seem like the last resort, right? So in my eyes, it kind of seems like if we are able to help the trolls and have that forward operation base, I feel like the town will be safe enough to not need an evacuation. But if that does not happen, I think an evacuation would be the next step.
If we are able, if we are successful in our mission to alleviate the trolls' danger, or what's causing problem in their halls, perhaps we can convince the towns to evacuate there. It's closer, and it'll be safer for them to travel.
We have to see what the officials say, anyways.
But if they're not willing to go there, I'm afraid I think we should tell them to head for the hills. Whatever's happening here is deadly. And every death is a tragedy.
Every death could spread.
True.
Either way, where the villagers evacuate, whether they go through the mammoth spruce thicket, there's wolves, and who knows what else in there. I know the mountains have been known to have knoll camps. So either way, it's going to be a dangerous path. I think.
I just had another thought. For the sake of the realm,
We need to keep these people safe.
for the sake of these people, we need to keep them safe. For the sake of the realm as a whole, though, if we let people with this affliction head over those mountains, head north, head to even Imberbrook, where I hail from, or down south, where you come from, Asher, what if the affliction just spreads?
The last thing we want, so.
Maybe
Well,
we should have them stay.
Yeah.
It kind of does seem like the afflicted does want to stay near the rune, though, right? Because Gentang said that that's what's keeping him here.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it could just be all of the healthy people are able to get away to safety, but all of the afflicted have this are trapped or something, you know.
We'd be doing the right thing by leaving those people who are already sick here to die.
Well,
No,
no,
no.
and this is why I think
No.
evacuation is the last step.
At least we can isolate them and save, others from getting sick while we work on a cure, or a way to fix it.
Where our stances are as far as all of the.
I'll be right back. You guys keep going. I gotta help Riley bring stuff in. She just got home.
Okay.
But you
We
guys
can take a quick
keep the
ride.
ball moving. If you guys want, go for it. Whatever you guys want. I'm gonna take it.
You need a break.
Yeah.
Okay, break time.
Okay. I guess.
Yeah, we should go talk to Two Whispers.
Yeah, let's talk to the druid.
It was great talking to you, Adriel.
Like nod back.
I think we got a good plan.
So I was like, so can she watch me while you guys go to the druids? I don't really want to be in the Pale Scroll Order right now.
Yeah, of course. Just tell the guard that.
Okay.
Or I don't know. I can write a note. Do you need a permission slip?
And Adriel was actually like, I'll watch him. I'll watch him.
Okay. Are you sure I can like sign off my signature?
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay. Well, keep my brother safe. Thank you.
So like we'll like kind of like wave you off, like see ya in a little bit. Love you, big bro.
Love you too, bro. And then start heading out.
Yeah. And you guys kind of make your way over to the Pale Scroll Order like relatively quickly. Like you're kind of like you know this town, you know how to traverse it. And when you walk inside, like you still see like a lot of mages kind of running around, but they are eyeing you in particular, Orn, like really suspiciously.
Uh-oh.
I just flip them all off.
No!
And they all kind of just like
Mind your own business, okay?
Hey,
Whatever,
calm down.
dude.
Are you trying to cause a scene?
Did you see their faces? Like, come on, act your rank.
you're right. That's awesome.
You know, or you gotta have compassion and courage in these things. And just because those around you may believe that you are doing the wrong thing doesn't mean that you should act out. And you should lead by example. And you just flipping people off just causes more trouble than it solves.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of acting
Yeah.
out,
Anyways.
let's huddle up real quick. So
Okay.
What's up?
so the town guard that Gilge gave up, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's try to break her out.
Why?
Because, well, I mean, we can't trust her with the mages. She might be getting tortured.
If the vote goes our way with the clerics and the mages, then she will be given to the clerics, since they will then be in charge of the afflicted. And that woman is a guard for the mayor. So he will be able to just demand that they give her up.
Yeah, maybe they can make her give her up and give her to the clerics instead.
Right.
So that would mean that we would have to get everyone to agree to what we're doing.
We should go talk to the clerics and assure them and give them our vote of confidence early on their ability to aid the sick. Maybe we should split up.
So we need to
Can
find
we
two.
check on the guard? Can we just at least make sure she's alive and like okay?
Maybe we'll split up. Maybe you go to the Mages Guild to spy on the guard. Asher can go talk to the druids.
By the way.
Hmm?
You
We're
guys
in the
are
Mages Guild.
inside like the Mages Guild, and when you have this call up,
Okay, so Orn, you stay here and keep investigating. And then Asher, you go to the druids and tell Two Whispers what we want him to do, and talking to the Tabaxi leader as well as talking to the druid leaders about investigating the sky. And then I will go and talk to the clerics and persuade them to offer aid to those who are sick.
Okay,
We can do
that
that.
sounds good. Break.
Frick. 1, 2, 3, justice. All right.
Just
technically speaking, because you two are here, like we could kind of just go through those scenes, and like when you come back, you guys can convene and share everything to Orn that you guys did.
Yep.
for time's sake, because I know everyone's kind of trying to go to bed.
Yeah, relatively soon.
Yeah.
Tate's got his girlfriend coming over soon.
Yeah.
Well, Asher, because Asher is still in the same building, so if you want to go and find Two Whispers.
Okay.
And it doesn't take long, and he's kind of still with the druids. And he's with RL in the room where they've been keeping Ariana. And Ariana's kind of like sitting up on like this like cot, talking to the both of them. And Two Whispers will stand up the moment he sees you. And he'll raise his invitation up. He's like, "Did you get one of these?"
Yeah, 2. We this is gonna be important, and we're really gonna need your help for this too.
Red.
This is you know, something we have to convince a lot of people of to like help. Please get to the bottom of what's going on.
Red.
We're gonna need your help convincing the druids that you know, we need the backup for looking towards the sky, and possibly expending some druids to help search for, you know, any other things that might be going on.
And Aurel, who's also in this room, and you know, she's the acting head of the druids, at least for this like little branch. And she's like, "Of course, I'll let Nelizos know right away." Unfortunately, Two Whispers is not necessarily representing the druids today.
Right, but he can at least influence them.
And she's like, "You're influencing me."
Well, you know, it's a good step to helping the people, unifying everybody.
Of course, of course. Whispers, if you wanna go with Asher right now, we can obviously can reconvene at hearing.
Yeah, you got an invitation, you know. We're all going together as a group.
Brianna, she coughs, kind of like meekly. "Thank you for rescuing me. I know I wasn't able to properly say that before, but I do appreciate everything you and your friends did for me."
You know, you're gonna have to thank them more than just me.
Of course. Unfortunately, I can't leave the building.
I'll pass it along though.
Thank you.
You know, is there anything else that you know, we can try to do for you? Do you have any concerns?
Raul will speak. She's like, "I technically do not have the vote. It'll be Nelizos who's coming today. But I will do my best to let him know that we need to continue to monitor the sky."
Relay the info, you know.
Of course, of course. I've got all of our bases covered. I don't know what Nelizos is thinking or what he will vote. But I will if you talk to me at the hearing, I'll do my best to find him out.
Yeah, we you know, are definitely gonna be planning really big, you know, moves for this. You know, we'll be in contact.
Of course, of course. Whispers, you can go with Asher, if you will. And we'll see you at the hearing tonight. Be ready. I don't want you to be late.
We're all gonna get there on time.
Good, good. And then we could go ahead and jump over to GLJ's scene. And you leave the Pale Scroll Order and you go to the Church of Palor. And when you walk in, like there's some people in like the aisles are sitting and praying. There's like a few like priests and like nuns, whatever, kind of walking around. And there is like one woman who stands at like the front and center, and she's like an older woman who you assume would be the Reverend Mother based on like the robe she's wearing, everything.
Hello, ma'am. Are you the Reverend?
Yes, yes, dear.
I'm the Golden Luminary of Justice. I've been sent here on behalf of Zaravor.
Oh, I know your name.
You've heard of me.
Well,
What did you hear about me?
good things, good things.
Good. Tell me about your god.
Balor, god of the sun, the hearth fire. We've worshipped him for a long time due to the warmth he brings.
Mm.
Being as he is the god of sun, it's people are losing faith.
Hmm.
But the sun will return, warm our lands again.
I think I plan to fetch it. At least, I think Zarevor thinks I can. Tell me, have you heard about the affliction yet?
I have. Lots of scared people came to the church yesterday, asking for holy protection.
Can I make like I don't know, like an insight check or something on how much I think I would trust this person with a scale?
Yeah.
10,
50.
50-50.
Yeah.
Is there somewhere private we could talk?
Yes, come with me.
I'm
She
gonna,
kind of like a back room in the church.
I'll before we go back, I'll like run out and fetch my bag of holding from my horse or whatever, and then in the room I will pull out one of the half corrupt scales. I'll say this is from Jinting. He has been afflicted, as well as many people out in the wilderness. Have you seen anything like this?
I can't say that I have. And she like squints, leans over, looks at it real closely, and she'll ask if she can hold it.
You can, but be careful.
And she makes sure to like grab like the clear parts or like the gold parts that haven't been like afflicted. And she like kind of looks at it closer. Then she's like, "Well, this doesn't look good."
Is there anything you have that maybe you could use to maybe? It appears to be some kind of curse. Do you have any rituals that dispel curses?
I need to do my own, but I'm sure I could find something. We're finally opening our doors to help the city. We've been doing our best, but maybe we need to take a stronger stance.
That's why I'm here, actually. I've been invited to speak at the meeting tonight, and I was hoping I could convince everyone that your congregation might be useful in trying to find a cure for this curse and help heal those who are afflicted.
Of course, our initial plan.
I'm glad to hear it.
You know that I'm attending the meeting and I have a vote.
You do. Well, I don't know if you heard, but I'm a part of the group of adventurers who went out and saved those druids. And from what we've seen, it seems that uh, we want to focus a lot of energy on investigating this. However, those afflicted need very specific care.
Of course.
Between you and me, there's something going on with Lily. I wouldn't trust her. Zarevor has not told me that she is worth trusting.
I don't know.
We plan to have the Mages Guild keep an eye on them and assign them both to investigating the sky and the runes. They have someone who's ill in their possession, and I'm hoping that if we can get if the committee will vote for you to work on healing you will be able to get that woman out of their care. And I would trust her much more with you than with Lily.
Prefer to have the afflicted in the confines of holy walls. I'm sure you understand as you're a paladin.
Yes. Perhaps we will set up some form of clinic outside of the walls of the church nearby to keep.
During the hearing. My hands are a little full now. Make yourself available to me.
Yes, anything. What could I do?
Oh, no, just during the hearing. Are you aware of how it works?
No. I would love your insight.
Just because I don't want to do this voice. She's going to tell you that before the actual hearing and voting starts, there's a 2-hour window of time where you're going to be able to talk to everyone, as well as kind of sway people on their votes. But during this time is when she's wanting to speak to you. Sometime in that 2 hours before the actual voting starts, when everyone's kind of in this Capitol building at this I don't even know what to call it other than prereq.
I would love to be of service to you, ma'am. I've utmost respect for clerics and those who serve the higher beings.
Gods are a little closer than you'd think.
It would seem. Say, have you seen your god?
Thinks about it. She's like, I used to see him every day in the sun.
Well, I promise you will see them again one day.
I know so.
And then if you don't mind, I'm going to hold on to that scale, but I might let you look at it again.
Hands it back freely too.
Thank you. I will talk to you soon. And jail.
And she'll kind of hobble off to go back to where she was, talking to townsfolk.
Lit.
And that just leaves Orn, who's also still in the Mages Guild. If he's here?
Tape.
Sorry, I was muted. Can I do a stealth check to try to find the fuck?
You do that thing
Our
where you
rolls
against
tonight
the walls
have been
again, which
so
is kind of
good.
almost becoming a trademark.
Hey, we're not doing great.
So you're kind of trying to be stealthy, and I think this is your second or third time doing this inside of the Mages Guild. So people are kind of just all right, I guess this is normal for him.
Nice. So I
Kind of
tumble down the halls and I shimmy across the walls. Do I? Lily took the guard, so maybe I should check her office.
The guard or the scale?
The guard.
You do remember she was the guard was taken to the same area where Lily was working on Lorenzo, so that might be a safer bet.
So can I go there?
Yeah.
And
When you do, that poor guard is kind of left by herself at the moment, and she's also laying down on a cot, and she's just sleeping.
okay, that's good. That's good. Can I? Can I do thaumaturgy to do a knock sound next to her to wake her up?
It does. And she kind of sits up and looks around. And she is trying to wake up.
Psst, over here. How are you feeling? Hello?
you hear me?
Yeah. Hello.
No.
Well, we can now.
Yeah, we can now.
You just wake up Lily and say hello?
No, it's the guard.
Oh.
Yeah, the guard who's sick, who we gave to Lily.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's what your goal is. All right, continue on.
Yeah, you looked confused, Patty.
I don't know. I got my fucking shit crossed. I thought you were looking for the scale for some reason, not the card.
She feels shitty.
Since being taken under wing by the other mages, have they run any tests or experiments on you, or have they just been treating you good?
Take my blood. They've been injecting me with a few things. Cast some spells on me.
These things that you have been injected with, do you remember what they look like, the liquid inside of them?
And she looks at like the desk next to her that has a bunch of bottles. She looks at like a cabinet that has a bunch of bottles, and she tells you no.
Can I look at the bottles?
Yeah.
Do I see the liquid that would have been like the wolf's bane, which was blue, right? Or I can't remember the colors, but there was a green one and a blue vial, right?
Blue. And Lorenzo stole the purple bottle, and GLJ took the blue bottle, so neither of those are there.
But it's just all of the other bottles.
Yeah.
Hmm. 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 Okay, I'm gonna try my best to get you out of here.
Can I stay because I'm sick?
Yeah, you'll probably have to stay here for now, but I think there's gonna be a better place for you to go for your sickness.
Hopefully it'll be less invasive. And she kind of lays back
I'm
down.
sure it will be a lot less invasive.
I kind of like lay back down, but like still like be listening.
I'll leave. There's nothing I can do. I don't.
I think
can
that's
break her out.
probably a good place to wrap this session up.
Except.
All right.
Yeah. So.
I think we're ready for social dungeon pretty soon.
The next session we will kick off at the beginning of the meeting.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, like 2
Heck
hours
yeah.
before, right?
I
So next Thursday won't work.
We move in, and I think you're gonna be out of town.
Yeah, I
Possibly.
might be out of town on my job, but either way, we're moving next this week.
so perhaps we will play again Thursday after this coming Thursday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. I hope to see you all then.
We can I don't know, maybe we could do like a Sunday session.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down.
Oh wait,
All right. So
what is this Sunday?
It's gonna be like the 22nd.
Yeah, Sunday the 23rd.
23rd. So I'm
it's
moving.
Oppenheimer
that day.
and Barbie opening weekend.
Yep.
So I might not be able to play Sunday night, but I might. We'll talk about it closer to
talk
Sunday.
about it.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
figure it out. We'll cross that.
And if not, I'll see you Thursday.
All right. That sounds good.
Are we still streaming? Do we say bye to stream, Tate?
Bye, Steve.
Bye, stream. We'll see you probably on Monday for the next episode of the Realms.
Yeet.